Miguel no opportunities for second chance points.
And
that's key.
Yeah.
That's key in their attack.
And the thing you've been mentioning throughout the conference, that energy that he provides, that youthful exuberance that he brings to the San Miguel game, which is sometimes a shortcoming because he does commit those fouls.
That's right. Well, especially off the boards, the energy that he brings. He's averaging 17 boards a game. And this is a department, as I said earlier, that San Miguel likes to dominate and uses to be able to control the game. But right now, Ginebra is out-rebounding San Miguel 13-12.
Cortez is trying to bring San Miguel within striking distance. Nails a 3. He has 5 in this first quarter.
Well, Coach Tankinsen very comfortable with his backcourt combination of Racela and Cortez playing together. 2-point guards.
And that drops in. Rivas, who just normally doesn't attack that ferociously, gets his first bucket.
Well, that time, San Miguel playing with a 2-3 zone defense, realizing they're in the penalty. So they don't want to play a man-to-man defense right now and give up more fouls and put Ginebra to the line.
Cortez launches a triple. This does not work, and we're almost done with this opening quarter, which will have Ginebra ahead 23-18. And I agree with you that the defensive team is so prominent in this first quarter and should dominate the rest of the contest. Look at the scoring parade in our Motolite leading scorers list. Kinito and I will be back with Mika and Patricia for the second quarter of game number 5. The venue is the Big Dome. At stake this championship, the Motolite PBA conference, and that is a shot from the outside that works.
Not a good gamble by San Miguel to play the 2-3 zone defense, especially when you've got David Noel, who's very hot from the outside.
And Freeman is back in the game. His only points, as Roy Lopez, our scorer, has pointed out, coming from the free throw line, and he's trying to make up for some lost time.
You notice also where Freeman is playing defense now. He's playing center on the 2-3 zone defense. He's the man in the middle.
Sort of negating the fact that he has to go one-on-one against somebody.
Exactly. You don't want him to commit that third personal foul.
In the meantime, the ball is picked up by Cortez. Cortez had some scoring going. Danny I, his shot up and out. It is picked up by Cortez. Shakes, bakes, can cook it inside, and Ildefonso says, let's set it up. He's up against Noel. He turns. He's bottled up. He's going nowhere. They were hoping for a traveling violation because he might have changed his pivot foot, and San Miguel still has it. This is the rebounding strength that the Beermen can rely on or have relied on.
Exactly. With Jake Freeman on the floor, they're getting more opportunities now to score.
And Rivas ends up fouling Freeman en route to the basket. And Patricia will join us.
Well, Mark Aguila is in the house, and during that timeout, he was actually going up to Pacana and giving him a lot of encouragement. Even Coach Jong giving Pacana some encouragement to actually take shots here. The team was preparing for the zone, and obviously their answer to break that zone was to knock down that three-point shot. Now, rebounding and making stops were the other topics in their timeout. Now, according to JJ Helterbrand, he says he's still okay. He's just pacing himself, so obviously he's back on the floor. You know, he told me something interesting before this game started. He says the team that he wants to see on the floor is a Ginebra team that is playing with a sense of urgency, and obviously that message going through to all the players. Seth, Benito?
And maybe that is their motive and their motif for tonight. Cortez will be tonight. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Barangay Ginebra's last championship came in 06-07. That was when they beat San Miguel. And San Miguel's last championship was in the 2005 Fiesta Conference. And they're gunning for their second championship in the last 19 conferences. So it's been a while that San Miguel has won a championship.
Matagal-tagal yun, eh? In the meantime,
a little bit of pressure now from San Miguel in the backcourt. They're not playing zone any longer. They're playing man-to-man again.
It is 26-21. Ginebra led at the end of the opening quarter, 20-18. And this is where you worry if you do not like Ginebra as a team when they start hitting their three-point shots.
And that's Eric Menk.
7 points by Menk. And that is going to stay with the Beermen.
That shaded area is defended very well by Barangay Ginebra. And San Miguel's focus right now is to keep dumping that ball at the post, looking to gain some kind of advantage because of their size. I think it's also important that they have their outside shooters on the floor.
Because every time the ball goes downstairs, Ginebra is doubling up, trying to stymie any attacks. It's Cortez who's been sniping from the outside. He has 8. And the ball is lost by the Ginebra.
And Cortez is playing a superb game. I mean, he had that steal right there to tap the ball loose.
Rosella launches off the iron and the ball is loose. Look at Freeman. His return has really boosted the chances of the Beermen, but that shot does not work. Look at that. 9s, 2s, and 3s on the board. It is 29-23 as Freeman picks up the loose ball. He attacks. Noel stays in his path. It's an offensive foul, and that's going to be the 3rd on Freeman.
David Noel, the mature player that he is. Remember, he played on the 2005 University of North Carolina NCAA champion team. You watch it right there. Noel standing his ground, drawing the offensive foul, and gave Freeman a little over anxious. He has to sit down once more. And again, as we mentioned, when Freeman is sitting down,
it hurts San Miguel.
Well, San Miguel doesn't have the kind of offensive rebounding sock that it has with Freeman on the floor.
That is the big dimension he gives to the Beermen. Menk is rejected by Pinisi, by Reyes, giving it in play. It is now 31-23, Quinito, 8-point lead.
I tell you, with Freeman sitting down, he never realized San Miguel's size advantage.
Could be a
someone's
Rivas
down.
Yes, it's Rosella.
Rosella getting it from Rafi Rivas. By the way, realizing that San Miguel is losing its grip on the situation because of its lack of size, Coach Sean Tankinsen is bringing back Jay Washington, and that's very important. Washington has to be in sync offensively for San Miguel to get going in this game.
And we'd like to remind you that Gatorade is the official sports drink of the PBA. Is it in you? 31-23 count, a repeat of the 8-point lead, and the ball is taken away. And maybe one of the ways to hang out, wash.
Well, you know, we did say one of the things we talked about was disrupt Jay Washington's flow. You make him do things that he's not used to, such as dribbling the ball, forcing him to pass. And what happened earlier was he was forced to put the ball on the floor and he couldn't handle the double team.
In nature ng game niya kasi pagtanggap, turn na eh, no?
To shoot, yes, he's a shooter.
Yep, rhythm nga, sabi mo eh. In the meantime, we've got Wilson pulling out David Noel and gets a good hand from the fans of the barangay.
Now, this is a luxury for Coach Joseph Achico because with Freeman sitting down, he can afford to have Noel take some rest.
Oh, that is the other plus that the barangay suddenly has acquired. Rosella ends up with his first foul and the second team foul of the Beermen. Mamareo shopping around, decides to go to Wilson. Here's Hildebrand. Quick release from three-point country, no dice. And Baguio skying for it. And where will this go? A foul has been called. Ildefonso trying to express his resentment.
And the Ginebra crowd continues to pick Danny Ildefonso.
Oh, Rosella with excellent D threw away the stand of Danny!
And that time he made sure. Now back in game number 4, he had an open dunk shot which he missed. That time he could not afford to miss.
Saka medyo galit pa siya dun tawag kanina.
He had the elevation.
So dinakdak talaga.
Raise the roof, at sabi ni Danny Ay.
Tagal na natin din nakikita. In the meantime, Baguio takes a shot. Hildebrand launches! It won't work, and Pinisi cleans it up. Quickly to Rara. Rosella looks ahead, sends it to Danny Ay for a second serving, and couldn't resist the temptation.
Turnover number 8 for San Miguel.
Beermen within 6, 31-25. Glad you're with us. Watching game number 5 here on CS9. Hildebrand. Cortez tried to stay in step. Wilson thought about it, changes his direction. Baguio unloads. And Barangay Ginebra beginning to miss from 3-point distance.
Good box out there by Jay Washington.
This Cortez Racela combine has really worked for San Miguel, and there's a foul away from the left.